on, love, I've got you. It's not far, then you'll both be safe. Keep together now, ladies. Quick march, and mind the edge of the path. Hold on tight to them babies, it's a bit slippery from the rain. We don't want you lot tripping over. We'll get you inside, put the kettle on, and have a nice cup of tea.
Oh, I forgot me knitting!
Just step round it, that's it. And keep going, ladies, straight ahead, then the entrance is to our left. Mind how you go down the steps. Well done, Gladys. I know this is hard for you. You're doing so well, we're nearly there. You can lean on me, but let's move these feet. You can do it, don't think about it, just please walk.
Oh, I can't! It's too much!
You need to get into the hospital. Almost there, just a few more steps. Quickly.
Well, I hope there are plenty of stops on the way. Don't want to go wetting me flipping knickers.
How are we going to fit all our luggage in? Do they expect us to sit on them?
Blimey, what have you packed, Doreen? The kitchen sink.
You never know is what I'm saying. What if I don't have running water? It could be worse than home. Me dad looked Cromford up in the map. It's miles from London. Up in the north. May as well be in the Outer Hebrides.
Come on, Doreen, hurry up and stop all this chat. You sit with me, love.
Only if I can sit in the aisle so I can stretch my legs. This is going to kill our backs. Now, Mary, did I pack enough food? I'm starving already. You enjoying your drifting?
Ta, Doreen, you're a pal.
I think I've lost my appetite for all this bumps in the road.
Now it's to do with what's on the a la carte menu.
Can't say I'll be sorry not to be sleeping in those aero shelters. I spent so many nights in them, with bombing, snoring and stink. Open the bus bombs would keep going. Didn't ever think they'd drop on someone's house or factory. Oh, I do hope our Harry will be alright on his own after his shift. I hate to think about him not hearing the sirens. There's so little time, you know, before you hear them planes, and by then it's too late. It's not easy finding your way in the dark when you're half asleep. And the poor love always forgets his pillow.
I keep thinking about Gladys. It's not the same without her. We've been like family in that factory since she arrived from up north. Why do you think she couldn't come with us?
Well, she's a bit of a homebird, and some people are just afraid of the unknown. She don't want to upset the apple cart more than it has been. It's bad enough she has to stay over her aunt for now.
She'll be alright in the Mothers Hospital though.
They've built a shelter, and I hear it's all cosy with lots of singing. Babies are put up on a shelf in a row above the mums, all snuggled up together, snoring like little piglets wrapped in blankets. How they tell them apart, I don't know.
Aye, Doreen. Imagine pushing it out in front of all them people in that shelter.
Darling Harry, I miss you so much. I do hope you're keeping safe and remembering to wash your socks. The family I'm staying with in Wordsworth are lovely. And for the first time in my life, I've got a bedroom and a bed all to myself. You wouldn't believe the view from our window. Fields, the valleys, trees. And I can see cheeky little lambs running in the fields, jumping and playing together. We even have hens for their fresh eggs. Mary's staying with a large family in the centre of Wordsworth, where the roads are covered in quarry muck and dust. She's as chirpy as ever, and she's never stopped talking about the letters she's getting from her young man, Dave. She's so smitten, which is just as well. Makes me glad we had time to tie them up before people noticed. We caught the bus to Willersley Castle yesterday for my first check-up. With us London women. That's what the locals call us here. The bus ride down was another story. At least it's not as bad as Green Hills. That's the Big Dipper.
Oh, I can't look!
When we arrived, the matron and Miss Trove was there to keep an eye on us. We could go up to 3 clinic days a week. Miss Trove's a real sweetheart. Some of us have never left London, and it's really homely-like, with lots of us sitting around and chatting. Oh, and our doctor's a woman. How good is that? Makes it easy for us talking about our bits and bobs. Falling on our feet, aren't we, Mary? Bit freaking.
Oh, Queen, come on, Doreen, we don't want to be late. Hey up, me duck, you all right? I mean, what are you meant to say to that? No, mate, I'm clearly up the duff and can barely make it up and down the old apples and pears.
What's it like staying with them?
Pleasant enough, but they're a little on edge. You see, the last girl staying forgot to hand in her bulletin notice at the Willersley to say she'd left, and Mrs. Doxy's been summoned for the cash and allowance. They get 1 guinea a week for each of us.
Well, I don't feel so guilty now for taking one of their bedrooms.
That's not the worst of it. They asked why I wasn't wearing a ring. It was worse than when I told me mum and dad, and that was summit. Thought I got away from all that.
Do you ever wish otherwise?
No, never. He'll be back. He wouldn't have asked me to marry him otherwise. Tell you what though, I'm loving the laughter and company of us London girls.
Even the locals are beginning to warm to us.
I know it sounds daft, but I love walking just for the sake of it, even with my big bump. Look, I've even borrowed some wellies. Bet you never thought you'd see me in a pair of them. I mean, the furthest I walked to before was to the bus stop in the West End or a stroll in Hackney Marshes.
Me too.
Dave and I always talked about moving out the East End, getting a little house with a garden and flowers.
Sounds lovely. I've been thinking I could wait up here until the war's over. Maybe Harry could transfer to Derby.
It's a little different for me.
Dragged out of bed. The whole of Wordsworth must have been woken by your flipping screaming.
Now I know why it's called the agony wagon. Doreen, don't leave me!
We'll do this together.
Oh, Doreen, promise me you'll get a telegram sent to his unit. I haven't heard from him since I got here.
Oh, Mary.
I'm scared. Oh no! You never said anything about them stairs!
Just hop in, dear. It'll be so quick. You'll be up there in no time at all.
No way I'm getting in that bloody contraption! Oh, please, I can't do it. I'm scared of heights. I'd rather crawl on my knees if I have to. Apart from the mice and the leaking roof, it's a proper holiday. Us two sunbathing on deck chairs, strolling to the Greyhound Hotel for tea and scones and a music recital this evening. Proper bargain if you ask me.
Definitely. Getting me figure back and all. I can't believe I went into labour almost right after you giving birth. I didn't mean to upstage you. Your little Thomas is a handsome chap, the spitting image of Dave.
Oh, tar Doreen. He's got his eyes, doesn't he?
Oh, did I tell you? Harry wants to come up here next week to visit. He's so excited to meet James and Thomas. Mary, over there. It may be me hormones and the bright sunshine blinding me eyes, but that looks awfully like our Gladys walking towards us.
My goodness, you're right. It's her.
Gladys! Cooey! I can't believe you're here. Look at you.
We've been worried sick. What with all the bombings we've heard about?
I've missed you girls. Couldn't keep away, so I hopped on the train. I had to go to the Mothers Hospital early, like, for a bit of bed rest. The pain started on the way to the shelter, and the porter and the poor midwife had to drag me back to the delivery ward.
Gosh, you must have been petrified.
I could feel the explosions nearby. I don't know what I was dreading more, giving birth or being buried alive. I had no idea what was going to happen. And Angela was delivered by the hospital's head, no less. Who had her out in the flesh and me back on my feet in no time at all.
Angela.
My baby. I named her Angela. Like an angel. She's going to be a beautiful little girl.
Oh no. Gladys. How could... Did you let her go?
Gasping for a cup of tea. What's the service like here?
Mary. I was in the right state after I had Thomas. It wasn't meant to be this way. But I wanted to keep believing. I couldn't sleep or feed him properly, so Miss Trove took me aside. She was lovely. She telephoned his face.
What does it say?
Stay. His plane went down. He's missing. His family don't know about me. It all happened so quickly. We thought we had all the time in the world. It seems so peaceful here. I almost forget we have to leave soon.
Are you doing the right thing for Thomas? Waiting for news. What if his dad's not somewhere in France? You can't bring up a baby on your own. Not without an allowance or family behind you. And who's going to want someone else's kid?
I can't just move on like you. He sounded so happy in his last letter about us having a baby together. He couldn't wait to get back and have us a small, simple wedding. Thomas is a part of both of us.
So are you staying up here?
For now. Until I decide what to do. But I'm not going back to be looked down on by everyone. Small-minded, the lot of them.
Well, maybe you're stronger than me, but I understand my family. They have a reputation to maintain, and so do I.
So you'll forget this ever happened. Never wonder who your baby ended up with, or think about her first birthday.
Stop it! Gladys already knew the father, so it's different.
Don't you dare say that.
No, I meant that. I mean you weren't in love like we was. It was just...
Yeah, just a once-off after a dance. My first time. I didn't know you could get pregnant then. I didn't know anything.
Did you tell him about being in the family way?
No. Never saw him again. But if I'm honest, I want to get on with my life. Meet someone special, get married, you know. But she'll always be with me. In here. Truth is, I envy you, Mary. I always thought you were a good time girl, just out for laughing things, you know? I really hope your young man is safe and comes back. I'm sorry.
Mary, have you thought about where you'll stay? Do you know that big house? Masson House, overlooking Masson Mill? The family there each have a flat, and I can share for a while with Sue, you know, one of the girls down the clinics. And Mum's happy to look after Thomas during the day so I can find work. I expect most people will think it's hers, or I can always pretend to be a widow. How do you feel about going home on your own?
Worried sick, if I'm honest. I'm not the girl I was 9 months ago and never will be. But this is the way it has to be. And I'll make damn sure if I ever have another baby girl, I'll tell her to think twice when she's older. Do you two realise your babies will have Willersley Castle as their birthplace on their birth certificate? Imagine them going for a job down our local factories. Be a bit of a come down, wouldn't it?
Well, I hope they don't expect to be treated like royalty. You know, have palaces built for them.
Wouldst thou care for a Phoebe, Prince Thomas? You are every whim is mine to fulfil.
We bow down before thee and obey your every command.
Well, I guess I'll see you London girls when the war's over.